This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Verse 36. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34 through 36, is that today, all right, reports are coming in how the U.S. ambassador to the statehood of the JJs, Mike Huckabee, met in an unannounced meeting with a convicted JJ spy, okay, who did a 30-year bid, Jonathan Pollard, all right? And this has got these Edomites, okay, riled up, all right? You got a lot of, even amongst the political realm, all right, divided because Trump's standing by Huckabee, all right, regarding this unannounced, unscheduled meeting with a treasonist, a treasonist, okay, he's a treason. He committed treason on America, okay? This Jonathan Pollard character, okay? This JJ, all right, who is known for stealing. This is why he did a 30-year bid, okay, for stealing nuclear secrets from America and giving it to his Mossad buddies as well as to the Soviet Union, formerly, okay, Russia, formerly known as the Soviet Union, right? This is all facts. Google it. So that's why I brought out the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34 through 36, because the Lord is dividing these Edomites, okay? The Lord is dividing these Edomites, all right? Especially when it comes to their belief, their ideology. See, you got a lot of these Edomites who are heavily pro-JJ, okay? In fact, Mike Huckabee, Pete Hegseth, they are Christian Zionists, okay? Christian Zionists. And if you don't know anything about Christian Zionists, I'm going to show you some facts about them, all right? And from ChatGPT, all right? Because this is why America is always involved in war and is always, okay, backing the JJs because of these Christian Zionists. And they are very influential within the political realm, within the U.S. government, okay? This is why America will never leave the Middle East, and this is why America is being set up for nuclear destruction, which we're going to go back to that Jonathan Pollard character, all right? Because this is why he caught a 30-year bid, okay? He wanted a nuclear war on America, okay? And that's why he gave nuclear weapons to Russia, okay? Yeah, this is all facts. Google it, all right? Because, again, these JJs, a lot of these Zionist JJs, and a lot of these Christian Zionists, all right, they truly believe that the God of the Bible is dealing with them. And that, okay, if they set the narrative. The Messiah will come back, because again, these JJs think they're the chosen people. These Christian Zionists believe that the Messiah looks like a Caucasian, and that if they do good by the statehood of the JJs, that they're going to have a right to the kingdom of heaven. All right, this is an ideology. All right, not all Edomites are into what's it called? Technology and all that. Some of them are hardcore into the Bible, and they believe that the ends justify the means. The end justify the what's that? The end justify the means. Hold on, I'm fucking up that slogan. The end justify the means. Yep, the end justify the means. Right. Wrong or unfair message may be used if the overall goal is good, and that's what it is. So let's get into their ideology, all right? Because, this whole New World Order, all right, it's all, for some of them, this is what they want. For others, it's like, they'll try to get their New World Order, but they'll bring back the Messiah quicker, all right? Because again, they think they're the chosen people. They think that the Messiah, who the word English calls Jesus, is a Caucasian, and he's dealing with their people. All right. So let's go to Christian Zionism. I ask, why does Christian Zionism I should have wrote it that way. Why are Christian Zionism pro-war in their ideology? That's what I wrote. Why are they pro-war? Check this out. Okay. Many Christian Zionists come from dispensationalism, which teaches that the modern state of the JJ is the fulfillment of prophecy. The return of the Jews to the land signals the end times. Okay, this is their ideology. Mike Huckabee, he's a Christian Zionist. P. Hegseth, all right? And that's why they're all pro-war, all right? They're all about keeping the statehood of the statehood of the JJs operational, all right? Because they feel that it brings about end times. A massive end time conflict. Gog and Magog, Armageddon expected before the return of Hamashiach. This is what they believe in, all right? So they know in Ezekiel 38 that the Russians play a pivotal role, okay? And that's why, again, Jonathan Pollard, you know what? Let's play this. Okay, this is from a CIA whistleblower. Let him tell you, all right? We bring out facts here at Great Millstone. The point is that this World War III is coming. It's here. It's not going away. The nukes, but let me get a disclaimer. The nukes don't fly until the RFID chip is mandatory. And they're for it. Because again, the ends justify the means. They're all for the chip, okay? If it's necessary to bring about, World War III, to bring about the prophecies, because again, they believe they're the chosen people. So let's play this. This is from John Kirkoko, all right, a CIA whistleblower, Listen to what he says.
When you have an American traitor like Jonathan Pollard, who has aided and abetted the enemy, in this case, the Soviet Union, or even Israel, really, in this case, and then advocates the use of nuclear weapons against the United States, to me, that is a clear and present danger to the United States, to American citizens, and to American installations.
Why was he advocating it? Because again, you have a lot of Amalekites, a lot of JJs who see America as the new Rome. So they want this place destroyed. And again, it brings, in their ideology, it brings back the Messiah. Again, they think the Messiah is going to look like them. All right. So that's why. All right. This is why nuclear war is coming. All right. Even the wicked wants nuclear war. How about that? That's a lesson right there. Let's go. And
then to have our ambassador meet with this person.
Right.
It's unfathomable.
I believe he still is. He hasn't renounced his American citizenship, right? Because you need to go to an embassy to do this.
That's
so
right.
He is clearly still acting as a traitor to the United States. It's not a past event.
No, it's not a past event. And listen,
the Lord is working. He's got these devils divided, man. I got to bring out this scripture. Man, this war is coming. There's no stopping it. All right. And you plantation Christians, you're cooked. Okay. You are cooked. Psalm 119, verse 126. It is time for thee, Lord Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. Check this out in the NLT version. The Lord, it is time for you to act, for these evil people have violated your instructions. Right. Okay. Because if these people were true Christians, okay, or true believers in the Bible, all right, they would wait upon the Lord, as the scriptures say in Zephaniah. Okay. They wouldn't put force the Lord's hand. Okay. The scriptures say, wait ye upon me until I deliver the prey, right? Let me get that. Okay. And then I got woe to you that desire the Lord, but let me get Zephaniah 3 and 5. No, Zephaniah 3 and 8, not 5. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. Right. Okay. You have a JJ, okay, who gave nuclear weapons, all right, nuclear secrets to the Russians back during the Cold War, all right, so that, all right, nuclear missiles can hit America, okay? You have Mike Huckabee, okay? After this man has been convicted, did his bid, still having an unannounced meeting with a treasonous, okay? Because again, the ends justify the means. They don't believe in this. They're not waiting on the Lord. They want to force the Lord's hand. They want to create the conflicts. All right. So they're not in the spirit. Okay. They're definitely not in the spirit. These are not the chosen people. All right. They're working the left-hand side. All right. The wicked wants nuclear war too, just like we here, the righteous, want nuclear war. All right. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Right. Okay. And the Lord, all right, commissioned the angels to work on the minds of these leaders, of these JJs, of these Christian Zionists, to make sure World War III happens. And you clearly see it. Boom. Okay. Let's go. Let's get spicier. It's going to get even more spicier. Check it out.
Just to make it even crazier, Jonathan Pollard is currently running for the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, as an independent from the far right wing.
So this convicted treasonous spy, all right, who gave nuclear secrets to not only the Mossad Goombas, all right, he also gave it to the Soviet Union. Now he wants to participate in Israeli JJ politics. Mind you, he's an American citizen born out of Texas, okay? Yeah, the Lord is creating a division amongst Edom. Oh yeah, man. Satan's house is divided. Yo, the Lord is working. If y'all can't see the chess moves, man, hey man, that's on you. House divided. I'm excited, man. I'm like seeing how the Lord is moving these pieces, man. The Lord is moving. Okay? All right? The Lord's working on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. Okay? Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Right. And also, this is going to bring about civil war. All right. Because Donald Trump is covering Mike Huckabee's behind. All right. He's not denouncing Mike Huckabee. Okay. He didn't kick Mike Huckabee out of that embassy, all right, the American embassy that's in Jerusalem, all right, not yet, Okay, and this is causing heavy division amongst the Edomites, because now it's literally a fact that a lot of these American elites don't care about the American people. They'll let America be destroyed, all right, as long as they got their ticket and they got their what's it called, their love from these JJs, okay? Because again, it goes back to an ideology, all right? It goes back to an ideology. Divide against itself shall not stand. 26. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Exactly. Okay. You know what? Let's go back to more Christian Zionism ideology. Support for the JJ's military action is seen as support of God's plan. All right. Well, the least of the flock shall draw them out. Jeremiah 49:20. So yeah, it is God's plan, because these Amalekites, these JJs are going to drag all you Edomites, all right, into nuclear war. All right, and I want to say all you Edom, I'm talking about mainly you American Edomites. Okay, look at this. This is the key part right here. Let's look at this. Is from ChatGPT. A belief that conflict will lead to Yahushai's return. Some Christian Zionists believe Israel must control Jerusalem, the temple must be rebuilt, and certain wars must occur. Why do you think Mike Huckabee is hanging out with a criminal, okay, a convicted spy, all right? Because he believes in this. He is a Christian Zionist. So is P. Hegseth. And how interesting, P. Hegseth is the Secretary of War. Interesting, huh? A Christian Zionist. You see that? Because of that, global conflicts, especially involving JJs, are interpreted as accelerating prophecy. Yup. So they're all with the wars. In fact, they want more wars, all right, with them JJs involved, all right? Alignment with U.S. Political interests. Christian Zionism in America often emerges with conservative foreign policy, anti-terrorism framework, strong military support for allies, U.S. nationalism, pro-military sentiment, and religious prophecy. Some leaders use apocalyptic rhetoric. High-profile Christian Zionist leaders like John Hagee and others sometimes portray Middle Eastern conflict as a battle between good and evil, God's enemies versus God's chosen. A necessary, here we go, this is what I want, a necessary prelude to Armageddon, which means mountain of troops. Okay? So these Christian Zionists are for war because they want to bring about the prophecies too. All right, but they think, again, they're the Lord, the deceived and deceived. I gotta get this. All right, Job chapter 12, verse 16. Wisdom is with him is strength and wisdom, right? All right, it's pertaining to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, with our power, with Yahweh the Father, and of course through His Son Yahweh Shai. All right, is strength and wisdom, and Thwadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for bestowing this wisdom and having the strength to continue to move forward, and preach the word, knowing their will. This is their will, But here's the point. The deceived and the deceiver is right. These Christian Zionists, okay, and these these Zionists as a whole have been deceived, okay? They're doing all this stuff. They want they want Western civilization destroyed. They want America destroyed. They call America the new Rome, all right? So that they could bring about the Messiah, not knowing that the Messiah is not for them. The Messiah is for us. Yahweh Shai is for us, the 12 tribes. Okay? Yashar Allah. Okay? The Lord is cold. He got these clowns in a trick bag, man. And that's why these Edomites are divided. Okay? Let's still more on this. I think we hit the point on that. All right, so let's go back. It's going to get more spicy. Check this out.
By the
way, this is a CIA whistleblower, okay?
Even too right-wing for the extreme right-wing Zionist parties. So he's just running as an independent. But he's seeking elected office in a foreign country.
Are the American Zionists, the pro-Israel crowd, like the Mark Levins of the world, the Laura Loomers, all of these people, have they been denouncing this? Or have you seen? I haven't seen any.
They're fucking idiots. They don't know what the hell is going on. And if they If they do, all right, they're not publicly speaking about it because then it will reveal their hand that, oh, they're for war, they're for what's it called, creating nothing but havoc and hell on the earth, all right, to bring about their what they believe in, all right. And I think Laura Loomer's a fucking tranny. That's just my personal belief. I think she's a fucking tranny, and she's just there, right, just to sow discord and confusion.
Not that I've seen.
I haven't seen it.
No, not on their part. I've seen, the likes of Tucker Carlson denouncing and Candace Owens denouncing, and Twitter or X was very busy today. But no, the Mark Levins of the world, no, I haven't seen a word from them.
Can I just ask you about Ambassador Huckabee? Like, what would, in your vast CIA history and intelligence gathering history, what would be the purpose of him meeting with Pollard?
I believe that Ambassador Huckabee is such an extreme evangelical Christian Zionist that his personal faith trumps his job as a diplomat.
You heard that? Personal. This is CIA, okay? Former CIA, okay? His sole purpose is to gather intelligence, all right, and read and profile people. This man, this Edomite, this Christian Zionist, Mike Huckabee, all right, his purpose is in his ideology, okay? He believes that those people over there are the chosen people. He also believes that the JJs here in America, well, let me not give it up. Watch, this is getting spicy. Check this out.
I honestly, I'm going to say it straight out. I don't think the man can control himself.
Yeah.
I don't think that his judgment is clear. I don't think that he's equipped or qualified for this job. And I think that he's put us in a position now as a nation where he's endangering us. At the very least, he's endangering American foreign policy. And I believe very strongly he should be removed.
Now, I want to raise an uncomfortable discussion about Jewish people because I think that this is...
Here we go. This is about to get spicy. Listen up, man. Okay? Listen up. This, man. The Lord is I got to bring out this scripture right here. Controversy of Zion. Bro, when I was watching this, I was getting hyped. I was like, oh, I got to do a lesson. I'm getting hyped. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Right. And what is the controversy of Zion? Who are the chosen people? Okay. Who fit the prophecies? Okay. Who fits the curses? Okay. The controversy of Zion. Check this out. It's gonna be spicy, man. All right, we at the end. Hey, it's high time to wake up out of sleep. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Let's go.
It's ultimately quite bad for them. Something Norm Finkelstein, and a Jewish scholar, son of Holocaust survivors. Do we have a screen? I brought this to ask this question in a diplomatic way. Something he said in his book, The Holocaust Industry, was that from early on, American Jewish elites harbored profound misgivings about a Jewish state. Uppermost was their fear that it would lend credence to the dual loyalty charge.
Exactly. Because, for example, you have hardcore Orthodox JJs here in Babylon the Great that are pro-Palestine. All right, check out the protests in New York. Okay, there's a lot of Orthodox JJs here in Babylon the Great that are against the JJ state because it doesn't fit the prophecies. Okay, all right, it doesn't fit what the Torah says about how the Lord is going to bring his people back to the homeland. All right. So that's something that, okay, they're not the chosen people. All right. But we are in agreement in terms of what the Bible says. Again, it's all about what the word. What does the Bible say? Not with your political ideology, not what you were taught by your mommy and daddy, not what you were taught in the stupid Harlem House churches. What does the Bible say about how is the chosen people going to be delivered? Okay? Not no JJ state that was created, all right? Was it during or after World War I? The Balfour Declaration. Oh, by the way, Google this. They're gonna skip over this. Arthur Balfour was a Christian Zionist. You could Google that. Okay? So where was his ideology? Huh? Forcing the hand. But let's keep going.
Now, Israel is the only country in the world that claims a worldwide population as its own, whether they want it or not. And this creates a problem for Jewish Americans because they have a foreign government claiming their loyalty. As an Italian descendant, I don't have that conflict with the government of Italy. So Pollard acted on an ideology that most Jews reject, and yet Israel celebrates him. This puts innocent people under fire because it means that Jews now further face this suspicion based on the ideology of a foreign government. So how do you...
Right, because who you're loyal to, all right? Are you loyal to America or are you loyal to the state of Israel? This is why you have the Nick Fuentes and the Tucker Carlsons, right? And Myron, getting on these JJs that are for the statehood of the JJs and not for America, okay? But again, there's a controversy, all right? What does the Bible say regarding who's salvation for? How are the chosen people going to be saved, okay? And what condition the chosen people are going to be in? That's what does the Bible say?
See this for fellow Jews. I don't know if you're Jewish or not, but...
No, I'm not Jewish. I happen to be Greek Orthodox, which has quite a significant presence in Israel. You raise a very important point here, and this is a point that Norm Finkelstein has really expertly conveyed. And this is the reason why so many Orthodox Jews, especially those very religious Orthodox Jews in New York, reject Israel as a state.
Boom! Okay? All right? At least we're in agreement in that. All right? Again, this is why a lot of you Jakes, you're going to die a horrible death. All right? Because you're spewing shit and madness that you have no clue of what's going on. Okay? All right? It is a fact, according to the Bible, that the chosen people will be delivered to the homeland. Okay? By the Messiah, by Yahushua, who the world inly calls Jesus. That is a fact, okay? Even these Orthodox JJs know that the Messiah, now of course, they don't believe the Messiah ever came, okay? They're waiting on the Messiah, but they understand that the Messiah, okay, the Lord has to bring them back to the homeland. That's why they're against the statehood of the JJs. But they'll never put that on Fox and CNN because then people, then the gig is up. All right, the gig is up. So that's why when you see like the controversy, there was a whole bunch of Palestinians and Muslims protesting against this. There's a synagogue in New York that's been there over 100 years, and they're protesting against it. There was also Orthodox JJs there too, protesting against that synagogue. Okay, I forgot the reason. More than likely has to do with what's going on in Gaza. But all right, again, hey, this is a CIA whistleblower. Okay, who's bringing out? They know this is how. Why do you think they know the truth? The elites know the truth. The CIA know we got the truth. All right, they know we got the truth. Let's go, man.
Because the Torah is very clear that there cannot be a state of Israel until the Messiah comes.
Boom! This is a CIA former intelligence officer saying the same thing we've been saying. There can't be a statehood unless the Messiah brings the chosen people back to the homeland. Let's go. Let's get the Isaiah 14. This is why all these plantation Christians, man, the Lord is going to put the work on y'all. The Lord is going to put the work on y'all, man. America's going to be destroyed by fire, straight up. You're not getting delivered. No rapture is coming to you plantation Christians dwelling here in America. That is a fact. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. here's the point, and set them in their own land. Okay? This is where we're in agreement with the Orthodox JJs here in America. All right? They're not the chosen people, but this is where we're in agreement, because they're actually bringing out what the scriptures say about, okay, when is the chosen people, the Israelites, going to be brought back to the homeland? When the Messiah does it. Okay? And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right? The strangers are the Israelite foreigners that are scattered. Okay? Among the nations. Because that was part of the curse, that we will be scattered, all right, throughout the countries, throughout the nations. 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Right? All you heathens, especially you Edomites and you Amalekites, you're going into slavery. That's what the Bible says. All right? Let's keep going. Hey, they're going to have to shut the internet down. Famine of the word is coming. All right? Oh, they're going to have to do something. Blackouts, maybe start a false flag, okay, start a war with Venezuela, all right, go back to war against Iran again. They're gonna have to do something, because it's getting too hot, it's getting too spicy. All right, the truth is lighting a fire under these clowns, man. And this is all done through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, to make sure these Edomites are divided. The whole house is divided. Satan's house is divided, man. Okay. Let me get this scripture. 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Who are the them? We just established in Isaiah 14. It's the Israelites of the elect. Because you 2/3 here in America, you got to be cooked. You're off. Especially you pseudo-Hebrew Israelites. Change the doctrine in the last seconds. Now heathens can be saved. All right? As long as they believe in what we believe in, the fuck out of here, man. No. Okay, only Israelites can be delivered. All right, you have to be born an Israelite. Blood in, okay, meaning being brought into this world, okay, through the bloodline. 30, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Right, because it's going to be a sight to see. A lot of these people are going to be scared, frantic, when Yahweh Shai and the angels, all right, crack the sky, man, and put in that work. I can't wait. Lessons within lessons. Even J.D. Vance. Yo, check this out. J.D. Vance. Okay. UFO. Check what he said. Okay. All right. This came out October 30th, 2025. This is the vice president. Vance talks about that spiritual forces working on the physical world. Boom. Okay. Spiritual forces. All right. So who's in control? Who's about to, all right, show out? All right. Even these devils know, okay? The scriptures talk about the devil's fear. Don't the devil? Isn't it in James? The devil fear. No, I know it's in James. Let me see. Bear with me one moment. I'm excited. James 2:19. Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. Let's go, man. Let's go. They know we got the truth. Let's go. Okay?
Where Ambassador Huckabee plays a role again.
Here we go.
Is of that
check this out.
In New York.
Back to Christian Zionists. Again, we just established the ideology of Christian Zionists. Okay? They want the end time to come just as badly as we do. All right? But they, all right, have been deceived, because they're not the chosen. They're not going to be saved. They're saved for a missile, a sword, or if the Lord showed a little mercy to them, they're saved for slavery. How you like that? Yeah. So if you didn't die, then yeah, you're saved. You're definitely saved for slavery. That's the only mercy he's going to give to you heathens. All right?
Israel as a state. Because the Torah is very clear that there cannot be a state of Israel until the Messiah comes.
Boom!
This is where Ambassador Huckabee plays a role again. He is of that extreme evangelical belief that Christian Zionists can encourage America's Jews to move to Israel because the Bible says that Jesus will come back when all the Jews have returned to Israel.
And you see that? You see that? That's why. And I'm just speaking as a man. I'm speaking as a man. I'm looking at things spiritual with spiritual lenses. All right. This is my thought. This is why there's all this now, the exposure of the JJs, okay, controlling America, to force these JJs back to the homeland so that Mike Huckabee can get his, okay, what he believes to be fulfilled. Like, it'll bring back the Messiah. Hey, the ends justify the means, but it's a win-win, baby. But what he don't know is that we win, you lose. Checkmate. Let's go.
They believe that as human beings, they can hasten the hand of God by pushing all the Jews in the world, or at least all the Jews in the United States, to Israel.
Boom! There we go, man. Hey, man. We here, man. Kal halam Yahabashim al Shah. We almost out of here. Let's go. So, Amos chapter 5, and I'm going to start at 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Right. You Christian Zionists, you plantation Christians. All right. Woe unto you, meaning death and destruction. Okay. Unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Right. Salvation is for the Israelites of the elect. Okay. You have to be an Israelite in order to be saved. You have to, okay, have the 100% truth in order to be saved. Meaning, you must understand that Yahushai, okay, is a so-called black man. Yahushai died on the cross for the Israelites only. The RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Okay, salvation again and again and again and again is only for Israel. Okay, reincarnation is all throughout the Bible. All right. You have to put on as the elect. You got to stop eating pork, stop eating shrimp, stop committing adultery, stop celebrating these wicked holidays. If you're still celebrating Christmas or Thanksgiving, you got to nuke with your name on it, because you're not going to be saved from the destruction. Plain. But if you want to continue in that route and thinking that the Lord's dealing with you, okay, these Christian Zionists think that the Lord's dealing with them. But guess what? Anybody that has some type of logic, a spiritual eye can see, man, they're being set up for destruction, straight up, and that's the will of the Lord. Okay. Amos chapter 5 verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Right, there's no escaping the Lord's judgment. Everybody will be judged according to their works. Okay, everyone will be rewarded. Like my beloved elder Shamar would say, you know, when we bring out the scriptures about the reward. This is in Revelation, the final chapter. The final chapter. It's really the final countdown, but you know that's a spiritual song. The final countdown. Right? Check this out. Revelation chapter 22, you know, the final message. Woo! The final message. That's right. Revelation 22 and 10. He saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. What time? All right. The time of the Messiah's return, Yahushai. And he's going to do what? 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. Right. All you bugged out jakes, you 2/3 jakes that still want to play games. All right, still want to, you know, trust in America. I mean, even a lot of the elites in America are done with this place. All right, you got it. Yo, my nigga. You got the ambassador, the American ambassador to Jerusalem, Mike Huckabee, hanging out with a convicted spy who gave nuclear secrets to the Mossad and to Russia. And here's the kicker. He was born in Texas. He's an American, but raised in that Zionist ideology, because he wants to force he thinks the Messiah is going to come back if he does this wicked shit. The ends justify the means. But hey, guess what? All right, he's being deceived too. But Mike Huckabee supports him. Mike Huckabee supports a guy who hates America. Again, these JJs don't like America. These JJs look at America as Rome. Cooked. But you Jakes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos in America, you still gonna believe in it? You still gonna trust in America after all this? Okay. You're filthy. You stay filthy. Okay? You stay dirty. Oh, you pseudo-Hebrew Israelites changing the doctrine in the last seconds, saying Jacob's trouble. What's it called? Well, Captain Cesariak said Jacob's trouble is gay. And I don't know if that was something that he always believed in, but again, he was on the Great Millstone, so he had to understand what Jacob's trouble meant. All right, but now he says Jacob's trouble is gay, so that's changing the doctrine. All right, because he was taught by the apostle elders of Great Millstone, who are the true leaders over the nation Israel on this earth, or okay, set up by Yahweh Shai. Okay, but you said Jacob's trouble was gay, so the Lord going to have something for you unless you repent. All right, but you're so prideful and arrogant, and the way you move in podcasts, and you want to be on TV and on these influencers. All right, you got judgment on your side. Also, your leader Jen Yohana told his congregation to take an experimental jab. That now everything's coming out. That all right, those that took it, it's actually it made their life and their health worse. Yeah, you got a filthy, unjust. The Genesis characters, the PowerPoint characters saying that all nations can be saved, okay, or anybody can be saved. Any of Israel's enemies can be saved if they follow our ways and our doctrine. You know, GOCC. You're like a GOCC offshoot. All right, and then of course IUIC. Oh man, gone. So filthy, unjust, filthy. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he is that is holy, let him be holy still. Right. 22. And behold, I come quickly. Right. Yahweh Shai is coming quickly. You clearly you clearly see that we're almost out of here. You can sense it. And my reward is with me to give every man according to his work shall be. Right. The reward, man. So everyone gets a reward. If you were doing wicked deeds, if you were being wicked, the reward is judgment, death. If you were doing the right thing, okay, in truth and sincerity, the reward is salvation. Being the first fruits, getting the kingdom of heaven, inheriting the land. All right. What's it called? Having immortal bodies, okay, and rule and being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, who he calls Jesus, a so-called black man. So, Lord willing, that's edifying. I think we hit the point. It's getting spicy. The Lord is revealing everything. And this right here is nasty work. And the Lord is dividing the house of Esau once and for all. This is it, man. This whole thing with these JJs, it's a wrap. And now it's being found out that a lot of these American leaders don't give a damn about America, and they're willing to openly hang out with foreigners, okay, that are convicted of committing treason against America. And with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles, elders. We're almost out of here. As you can see, hey, the Lord is making things spicy, is getting spicy. Just keep holding on, all right? Stay prayed up. To the futures that are watching, keep studying. When you pray, cover shalom.